So I got a question the other day from David. He sent in an email and he said, Kevin, why would you use AC stick? What's the reason for it? Can't DC do everything? Well, except like aluminum. You know, that's a really good question, and I had to pop out to the web and go check myself because I really wasn't sure. So I asked the guys on Welding Web, you know, what would I use AC stick for that I couldn't do with DC? You know, of course, like aluminum. Aluminum is done with AC. And the biggest consensus I got over there was, well, you use it on magnetized steel because the AC isn't affected by that magnetic field that the steel picks up over time when it gets dragged through the dirt or beat on, or I don't know how it gets magnetized. I tried rubbing a magnet on this piece, didn't seem to help at all. One of the other things, a couple of the guys said, and I agree, rod like this right here, this is 7018 AC. So specifically made to use on AC current rather than DC. Welds like butter. Oh my God, I love the way this welds. It gives you just such a pretty looking weld, which is what I'm all about because I make art. It's all about the look, rather than the structural strength and what have you. But this way with the AC, oh God, it looks pretty. So what I thought was, well, let's go ahead and I'll just put a couple of welding magnets, nice and close together. Let me run this. I've got some 7018 regular, DC. So let me run that 7018 through there on DC. It's right through here, right in between these magnets. We'll see what it does. And then I'll switch to AC. And we'll run the 7018 AC rod through there and see how that handles it. So let me grab my helmet and we'll give it a shot. And now this is on AC, the 7018 AC. Okay, so that first time was the 7018 DC and then 7018 AC, two different rods. Let's see what we get here. You see the slag is already starting to pop up right there all by itself. That's why I love 7018 so much. It just wants to fall off in just a big chunk all by itself. We'll get that little slag out of there, get that out of there. Let me just get that little bit of soot off of there. And you can see the difference here. This was the, can I write upside down? DC. Come on, pencil. And this was the AC. That's harder than it looks. Little misformed because it was right next to the magnet, but I think the magnet was actually doing what it was supposed to do. So a little misformed weld right in there, a little misformed bead. Boy, you look at the AC side, nice and straight and smooth and pretty looking. Wow, it worked. Never done that one before. So I hope that showed you the difference, David. The magnetized steel, go ahead and crank it over to AC. Use some of that 7018 AC and that ought to get it done for you. That's what the AC is for. Of course, if you're welding aluminum, you want the aluminum rod, then you're going to be stick welding in AC on the aluminum. Other than that, DC.
Why would you otherwise use DC?
Boy, now there's a good question. A whole bunch of theory here. Some of mine, some of it's actual. Because you're actually running, in DC, you're running a positive and a negative. And the positive is going to get attracted to the negative. So when you're actually sitting there welding and this rod is burning away, it's going to want to attract to the ground. It's going to want to pull that weld in there. It's going to help suck that weld in and make it go right where you're pointing it, right where you're putting it. With AC, remember, the current's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's what AC is. So personally, I believe you don't get quite as good a penetration. You don't get that suck, that want to pull it down in there and make it go in the joint where it belongs, because positive is attracted to negative. The two of them want to go together. So David, I hope that answers your question. And thank you for watching. Thank you for writing and asking. And if you get the chance, don't forget to come out to my website, sign up for my newsletter, and oh yeah, that subscribe button, it's over there this time, I think. So, hit that and you'll get a notice saying, hey, he put up another one, go see what he's up to now. Speaking of that, I'm going to get back to what I'm up to. I'll see you guys next time. So I get a lot of emails. I got one from Brenda back in Connecticut. And Brenda said, hey Kevin, boxers or briefs? Brenda, panties.